Hello and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine and today I will be your guide through the Star Tarot by Cathy McClelland. Cathy McClelland is the author and artist for this tarot deck. She is a freelance artist based in Lake Tahoe, California, and is a graduate of the Academy of Art College in San Francisco. She graduated probably in the mid-1970s because she's lived in Tahoe since 1979. So we're talking about a person with a good deal of life experience. She started with this tarot in 1991 and did the first 5 major arcana card, Fool through the Emperor, and then took a long break, came back to it in something like 2005, and then finished out the rest of the majors, published that as a deck by itself, and then over the next few years went on to create all of her minor cards, all her minor arcana, and then published that in, I think, what do I have there? 2017. She did a second edition in 2020, and this is that second edition. So let's go ahead and switch cameras here. So looking at the Star Tarot, it's a really lovely cardboard literature box. Now, Cathy has a website, cathymcclelland.com, and on that website she says there are people that are pirating this tarot deck, and that is not surprising. This is an excellent tarot deck, and you find a lot of pirated copies on, say, like eBay and Etsy and stuff like that, and they're pretty easy to spot if the photography is anywhere near accurate. So this is the official. I got this actually from one of my local metaphysical shops, place I like to buy crystals from. It's called Your Enchanted Crystals. So shout out to Roberta and the gang over there. You get a really excellent illustrated book. It has 272 pages. There are spreads. There is a chapter on numerology. There's entries for each one of the cards. Now, her entries are just upright meanings, but as you can see, the entries for the cards are very, very juicy. And she gives you wonderful segments on the symbology that she's incorporated into the cards. And you also get the astrological aspects of it, as well as some keywords and other information about the cards. So really, really in-depth book that you get with the deck. Now, the deck is a 78 card Rider-Waite-Smith deck. It is a little bit larger deck. The card size is 3 inches across by 5 1/4 long, or 7.6 by 13.3 centimeters. 78 cards, 22 major arcana, and if you can catch this in the camera, they've got a really nice gilded edge on them. So if you like sparkly, and I mean, who doesn't like a little bit of sparkly? It's really quite pretty. So you get Fool through World as far as your major arcana. And then for your minor arcana, you've got your aces, or your wands, ace of wands there. Cups. Swords. And pentacles. And she incorporates a lot of the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, but she also does a lot of shamanic imagery and dives into some other traditions as well. So here we have one of my favorite cards in the deck, which is the White Buffalo Woman card. I love that card. So very, very beautiful, very well detailed deck. She likes to use a lot of acrylic and watercolor in most of her artwork, of which she has an extensive body of artwork. So let's go ahead and look at the cards. So let's look at the cards beginning with the Major Arcana and the Fool. The Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged One. Got an interesting kind of Indian symbology, as in from India. Death. And here you have the Egyptian goddess Nut. Temperance. The Devil. Some similarities a little bit to Frida Harris's deck. I see some influences from that in this. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. And the World. And now we'll move on to the Wands. Beginning logically with the Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. A couple little bears contentedly playing in the forest. Five of Wands. Pele, the fire volcano goddess. Six of Wands. Seven of Wands. Eight of Wands. Nine of Wands. 10 of Wands. Prince of Wands. Knight of Wands. Queen of Wands. There's Snuffles the cat. And the King of Wands. Now we'll move on to Cups. With the Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Cups. Five of Cups. Six of Cups. I mean, that is just beautiful. Little children riding a flying unicorn over the sun. I mean, just that is nostalgia right there. That's just youth and joy and all that. Seven of Cups. Eight of Cups. Nine of Cups. 10 of Cups. Princess of Cups. Now you may recall we had a Prince of Wands. Cups being the feminine symbol. We've got the Princess of Cups. Knight of Cups. It's the labyrinth design there. Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups. Next we'll move on to Swords. The Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, Prince of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. And finally, we'll move on to Pentacles with the Ace of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, Princess of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Well, I hope you enjoyed our journey through the Star Tarot deck. Roses and thorns for this deck. I think this is a deck of roses. This is actually one of my favorite decks. And I really appreciate the amount of detail that Cathy McClelland put into these cards. And her writing is very, very understandable. And she does go in and include all of the symbolism that she put in there and why it's in there and where it comes from and how it relates to tarot. It is really very, very detailed, but not so much that if you're a beginner to tarot that it's going to be like, oh gosh, this is too much. No, it's all very easily explained. You can take on as much as you want as a time. If you want to get into the astrological correspondences, she has that information. If it's more than you want to deal with right now, then you can save it for later. It won't hurt. You won't be missing anything. 100% on this deck. This is really just a fabulous deck. If you enjoy this video, please hit like. If you like this type of content, please subscribe. I'm going to follow this up with a reading using the Star Tarot cards, and I hope that you will join me there. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.